He almost blew his head clean off. The same way 10 Year Last Stand loves to give praise and hype to this goblin's ass, you're going to give me some praise and hype by liking this video, by showing your support, subscribe, and ring that bell to stay up to date on everything goblin ass and more. But of course, Patreon for live reactions do live over there. But let's see if episode 1 was a fluke or not. He's faking it. He's doing the classic, like, make him think, and then he's going to blow his head off. Boom! He's just going to, like, one punch man. Come on. One punch man! You can't mind fuck me. But I'll fuck you. Subs disappeared. But I'm the Vampire Lord. I shouldn't be able to be disrespected here. Oh, you're the Vampire Lord? I don't give a fuck. That's probably about... Like, this isn't the honor roll student of the fucking anime season, but they're definitely not the slacker of the class, you know? Like, they're putting in a good effort, and you're giving them a solid C+, you know? So usually it's the vampires giving you the suck, not the other way around, but power to you. See, normally you would be right. You'd be like fucking Dracula here. We would stand no chance. Unfortunately for you... Bruh, that has to be the most disrespectful death. I'll give her that. She's actually a sharp tool. Respect? I mean, I'm glad that we're not trying to make this a fucking misunderstanding, but rather, like, we're acknowledging her intelligence, we're just keeping it more of a secret. You know how worried sick I was for those 3 days? You come back to me after 10 years, and then you just up and leave. That should be the anime community's new reaction image when, like, we're sipping tea to, like, some bullshit. Ah, that could actually make sense from her point of view. The thing I'm really liking about Last Stand is how it really isn't your average slop. I said that after episode 1, and I feel more vindicated with episode 2. This is not an amazing show, and I don't want people to get things twisted. This is not some show that I'm like, oh my god, if you miss out on it, you're missing out on the... No. There are shows in a similar ballpark that I think would probably be worth your time more, like Overshadowed, Overpowered, I personally like better, or even Level 999 Villager. Like, those shows I enjoy more. But at the end of the day, this is a fun watch for a Friday. And sometimes that's all you need it to be. Like, I think this show is probably the definition of decent, but it has enough going for it that I'm like, you know what? I kind of want to see more. Maybe that's just me. It is what it is. But when you essentially have a guy who's out here, who's already defeated the Demon Lord, mind you, is quite literally using endgame video game gear, the Demon Lord sword itself, which can slay Dracula, and he's pretty much smurfing Noob Lobbies in a video game. Like, that's what it boils down to. He's literally F-rank adventure, training the youngins, saving the world. He saved the world for 10 fucking years fighting a Demon Lord. I mean, he got the praise in death, but isn't getting the praise in present day. And he's just like, yeah, I'm having fun. It's such a funny concept. And there is this surprising amount of intelligence in ways you're not expecting. So I really highlighted it in the first episode that the lack of misunderstanding, whether it's his former party, you know, one of which is now the Guildmaster, the other is quite literally king. Usually in these shows where you save the world and you've come back, most people don't know who you are, and those who do aren't really in a position of power to do much for you, where his former homies are quite literally the most powerful people we would interact with. That's all well and good, and I think that's still a very high praise that most of these shows would normally make the Guildmaster say, I think you're gonna be strong someday. And it's like, well, yeah, fucking course we are. We're secretly level 10,000. But honestly, I'm more impressed with this. So we meet up with this girl at the end of the last episode, and of course, in this episode, we help her defeat this this Vampire Lord, right? And she pretty much... She does a very cool fast one, because, like, the whole luck-lock name dilemma thing, she ends up using his real name, not his fake name, which isn't the best ID cover-up, but you know what, it probably works for people who think the legendary hero's dead. And he's like, oh shit, she caught me. And his reaction isn't to lie. There's no misunderstanding. You figured it out? Okay, just keep it a secret. It's a little moment. I'm not saying this is a, oh my god, this is the craziest thing. It's just, you respect him. I appreciate a show that clearly is not trying to reinvent the wheel, but respects not only characters in the show's intelligence, but the viewer's intelligence as well. And like I said, I don't think this is the best show of the season. Hell, I don't even think it's anywhere close to the best looking show of the season. This is, by all accounts, in that mid to decent looking category. But I can appreciate that they try. Like, I'm not always a huge fan of the color palette. I think most of the show looks very dull because of how muted the colors are. But you know what? Sometimes I kind of fuck with it. It just reminds me of like an old school RPG. Even his wardrobe. Like, does this guy really look like your average hero in a fantasy? Like, sure, she kind of does, but like his wardrobe, his sword, everything about it, I don't know. And like when it gets more silly and comedic, I find like they increase the brightness of the colors and everything, and I find it more charming to look at. Like, this show is going to fall off the radar for most, and probably it won't get many videos on YouTube. I'm welcome to be proven wrong. But I am here to say I don't think episode 1 was a fluke. I think this show is surprisingly charming. It's quite fun. It's not going to revolutionize the anime industry. It's not going to break records. And I'm sure Reddit will call it slop. It will be the worst thing ever. But what I've realized after watching this episode, because I was like, maybe I'm the issue. Maybe I just like these mid shows. But it's like, no, I avoid a majority of shows that release in any given season. I don't think people realize how many anime are actually released on an average season. The difference between me and most is I don't go off of what people tell me is hype. Like, yeah, I'll make sure I try things that I know are hype because it's like, oh, it'll be easy viewership. But at the end of the day, a fourth to a third of the shows that I end up consistently watching over the course are stuff that people try telling me are garbage. But it's like, no, I don't form my opinion based on what someone told me is hype. That's why, like, shows like these, I guarantee you, if it had a bunch of people saying the source material is the most goated thing of all time before it dropped, even with a minimal production like this, people would be glazing it. But they're not glazing it in masses because people aren't telling them it's hype. That's how it works. Once there's that buzz, there's that cult following of being like, oh my god, this is the greatest thing ever, that's when people like hype it up. The number of times I see shows get an insane amount of popularity with okay average production or mediocre production, and a story that's like, it's good, like I'm saying this, yeah, it's enjoyable, but really, does it deserve the level of glaze it's getting? In my opinion, no. But, I'm not mad that it's hyped up. It's great. I wish all the shows got an insane amount of popularity so that everyone had a community to discuss it with. That's how I feel about things. Where I get frustrated is being like, this show that's doing very similar to this other show I literally just covered or talked about, and most of the time I think that other show is slightly better, gets no praise, but this one does because someone told them it's popular. Make it make sense. I don't know, man. Hive mind, that's all I'm saying. All I know is, for me, I think this is pretty fucking fun. There's a lot to watch this season. If you don't have time for it, I completely understand. I'm not saying you need to drop, fucking Tensura. You need to drop Saga of Tiny the Evil for this, you know what I mean? But I do think if you have the ability to watch it, it's pretty fun. And hell, if somehow this proves me wrong, there is demand for it, I wouldn't mind covering it consistently. Probably don't expect many videos, but I am welcome to be proven wrong. Your thoughts down below. What did you think of the second episode? I feel like I appreciate the show more after the second episode, but you can let me know your feelings down below. Make sure you leave a like, share, support, subscribe, ring that bell, and yes, Patreon. Full live reactions will over there. I don't see myself dropping this, so I will be covering it consistently over on Patreon, even if the YouTube videos die down. And hey, if you're already over on my Patreon, I'll give you a video shout out too, because my patrons are what make these videos possible. So today we got Jasmine Cummings, Powoof, Konako1110, Damp Pellini, that is a tongue twister, Kenneth Dade, Wayne Aldaquist, Old Man, and we also have David. So I appreciate the support, everyone. Please take care, and y'all have a good one.